Okay, hello, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you today?
Oh, that's great. All right, so now we're going to do your IELTS speaking test. So in the first part, you will be asked some general type questions. Then you will get an extended response question, which you will have 1 minute to prepare for, and you can speak for up to 2 minutes. If you speak for longer than 2 minutes, I will stop you.
Okay.
Then the third part is more topic-specific questions. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions before we get started?
Nothing.
Okay, great. So, what snacks do you like to eat?
Normally, I'll prefer like some basic chips that I can enjoy with basic like drinks such as the Coke or like the Sprite. But usually, I'll enjoy some healthy snacks such as the fruits, like such as apples, bananas, or oranges. Yeah, I'll enjoy those simple things more like not like heavy things.
Oh, okay, great. Did you often eat snacks when you were young?
Actually, I was not really allowed to eat a lot of like unhealthy snacks because of my parents didn't like me eating unhealthy snacks. But I had an opportunity to eat healthy snacks, which gave me like more interested into healthy snacks, which let me also eat healthy snacks these days.
Okay, great. And when do you usually eat snacks now?
Whenever I'm studying and when I get stressed, I usually release my stress through eating snacks, or whenever I'm having just chit chat time with my friends, I'll enjoy some simple snacks.
Okay, awesome. And do you think it's healthy for you to eat snacks?
Sometimes I believe for mental health it'll be healthy by eating snacks, but like in order to like keep your body really in type, I feel like you should control how many snacks you eat.
Okay, great. All right, so that's it for part one.
All right.
Now you will get your extended response question. So you'll have 1 minute to prepare your answer, okay?
Okay.
Your question is, describe a family member who you want to work with in the future. All right. So can you describe a family member who you want to work with in the future?
I'll say I want to work with my mother, which is like the executive of the marketing company. She's been working there for a long time. And then with my mother, I worked before. I had an internship in her company, which made me like actually see stuff that she does in her company and what kind of work she does. And what kind of work would I want to do with her is probably like some creativity activities or like suggesting marketing ideas or like suggesting ways to improve the brand images or like the product distribution or like gathering customer response, things like that. And this family member, which is my mother, I feel like she's really a lifetime friend, but like and at the same time I could really like rely on her whenever I'm having like any hard times or I'm struggling with my life. She'll always come back home with me and help with me. So, and that means I want to really work with her in the future. Yeah.
Okay. And now let's move on to part three, the topic-based questions, okay?
All right.
So, what kinds of family business are common in your country?
I'll say cafe business is kind of common in our country because it is really easy. People think that it's really kind of cute to like have like a small cafe with their families, and also Korean people really love the iced americanos. So I guess many family business try to aim for the popular market in Korea.
Okay, great. And is it good to work with family members?
I'll say if you're really confident and you really know your family member like fully know your family member, I think it'll be really nice because family is something you could really trust about. Like you could trust each other. You never need to worry about like any betraying stuff. So I'll say it is good to work with family members, but on the other hand, it might be like it could cause any like if any problem causes, then it'll be really tough to like really go through it because you can't really like fall apart with your family members.
Why do people want to do family business?
I believe they want to do family business because it's really, you don't really need to worry so much about distributing the revenues that you earn from the business. And it's really like it's really about the person that you work with well, which could like maximize the efficiency of the business. And yeah.
Okay, great. What benefits are there when working for big companies?
Working for big companies, they really focus on like the big goal, big aim, and part of the distributions, like departments, sorry, such as like the human resource, like or marketing, those departments work all together to aim for the big goals, which will make a really good experience for the person that you work in the big business. Also, you don't really need to worry about like getting like low salaries, because the big companies, they'll tend to pay more because they have more assets that you could give out to you. And you don't need to worry about like the company falling down or closing the business. So I feel like that's the benefits.
Okay, great. So now that is it for your test. So let's get into the feedback section.
All right.
All right, so let's get into the feedback on your IELTS test.
All right.
All right, so there's a lot of things that you did really, really well during your test. For example, your pronunciation and accent were really excellent.
Thank you.
I couldn't really pick up on any like awkward pronunciations or anything like that. Everything sounded, very fluent, and you were very well spoken.
Thank you.
All right. You were also very confident, which is a great thing because, you didn't really have any language-related hesitation, which is, great.
Thank you.
You used some more idiomatic expressions. So, for example, you talked about chit-chatting with your friends while having snacks. And then when talking about, like, the pros and cons of, like, family businesses, you were like, oh, well, on the other hand. So those expressions sounded really natural, and they really added to the richness of your responses. So great job there.
Thank you.
Yeah, in general, I would say you did really well. You also used some like kind of business-specific vocabulary. So like about product distribution, like different departments, revenue, and like maximizing efficiency. So that was also really, really good. Where you could improve, I think your part 2, you would have benefited from a longer and more detailed response.
Yeah.
Yeah. The response you gave was very good. However, it was only 1 minute and 3 seconds long, and you do have 2 whole minutes to speak. So it would be better if you could utilize that time a bit more next time, okay?
Okay.
Also, there were some occasional grammatical and lexical inaccuracies. Not too many, but for example, when you were describing your mother, you said, my mother, which is the executive. So typically we would say like my mother, who is an executive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would change the article and the which and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, this isn't really fully a mistake, but when you were talking about what snacks you like to eat, instead of like, we usually say, oh, usually I would prefer. You said will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I see. Yeah.
So it's not really wrong, but usually we would say would. Yeah.
Yep.
So just a few things there. But overall, I would give you an 8 on your IELTS test.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.